Hello, my dear students. How are you? Hope you are fine, and same is the case with your host and teacher, Mohammed Saaq, PGT English. Just speaking before you. Today, I want to present here a poem, and a very famous poem that is titled as "A Thing of Beauty is Joy Forever." Actually, in your text, that is Flamingo, it is written here as "A Thing of Beauty," but the complete line is "A Thing of Beauty is Joy Forever." And this quotable quote we can say from the whole literature, and this poem is written by a famous poet himself, John Keats. Okay, dear, let us discuss the background of the poem and then we shall go to the text. Okay, dear. First of all, let us know who has written this poem and what is its background. Okay, as you know, the information is given in the textbook at the very outset of the poem that this poem is written by a famous poet, that is John Keats. And John Keats was actually trained to be a surgeon, but he decided to devote himself totally to the poetry. And so far as this poem is concerned, we can say that this has a Greek background. It has been taken from a Greek legendary tale, romantic tale, that is of what we say Endymion. And who was this Endymion? Endymion was a shepherd by profession. He was a shepherd, and once he had a vision. And in his vision, he what we say saw moon goddess Cynthia, and he fell in love with her. And what happened thereafter? Then he resolved to find her out this way or that way by hook or crook. And for this adventure, he set out through the forests and through the what we say vales and mountains, and then underneath the sea as well. He tried to find out his beloved in each and every corner of the what we say earth, we can say. Okay, so here what is written here is actually an extract from that very Endymion. Okay, so let us go to the text of the poem. How does it read here? Okay, dear students, you be attentive and you concentrate. A thing of beauty is joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness. Poet कहता है कि a thing of beauty is joy forever. It is an everlasting source of happiness and joy for us, and it will never pass into nothingness but will increase always and always. इसका value कभी कम नहीं हो जाएगा. Its value will never decrease but will increase rather. It will what we say go on increasing and increasing. Its value will never decline. So this appreciation of beauty and art by the poet, but it will never pass into nothingness but will keep a bower quite for us, but it will make available for us a bower. That means it will make a shade, it will make a blessing for us that will give us enjoyment, that will give us joy and happiness as well. Okay, dear. So what will give us it furthermore? It will give us a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and a quiet breathing. And it will provide us a sleep that will be full of dreams, that will not be full of nightmares. And it will give us health. It will provide us health and quiet breathing. राहत की सांस, आराम की, चैन की सांस. Therefore, on every morrow we are wreathing a flowery band to bind us to earth. So, in each and every day, at the morning time, we twist a flowery band, we prepare a flowery band, a strip, and that makes us bind to this earth, and that means we are bound to the natural beauty, we are bound to appreciate and evaluate it. Okay, dear students, let us go ahead. Spite of despotedness in human dearth of noble natures. Spite of despotedness. Despotedness means disappointment, despair, मायूसी, बेचैनी, उदासी जो इस दुनिया में दिखती है हमें. Of inhuman dearth of noble natures. And किसके बावजूद भी, यानी एक तो है डिस्पेयर, मायूसी, डिसअपॉइंटमेंट, दूसरी बात है इनह्यूमन dearth, that is lack, inhuman lack that is prevailing here, of noble natures means that are here men, referred to as noble natures, noble creatures, refers to men that are living in this world. Of the gloomy days, actually means the days of sadness and perplexion, chaos and tension. Okay, dear. And what is ahead? Of all the unhealthy and over-darkened ways, और जो तमाम किस्म की unhealthy means that are sick, ill type and over darkened ways that are totally darkened. Over darkened means extremely darkened ways, means either paths or we can say methods, that वो जो इंसानों के तरीके हैं यहाँ पर दुनिया में, जो इस दुनिया के का दस्तूर है जिसको हम कहेंगे, that is over darkened type, made for our searching. ये सब हमारे लिए हमारी खोज के लिए मतलब प्रिवेल हो रहा है, हमें इसको खोजना है, हमें अनफोल्ड करने की कोशिश करनी है. What sort of perplexities, what sort of tension, chaos is prevailing, existing here in this world? Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark separatus. और इस सब के बावजूद भी जो दुनिया में ये डिसअपॉइंटमेंट है, मायूसी है, मतलब परेशानी है, गम है, दुख है, ये सब इनह्यूमन डर्थ है, तो इस सब के बावजूद भी, इस सब के होने के अलावा भी एक शेप ऑफ ब्यूटी अगर हमारे सामने आती है, इफ़ वी हैपन टू कम अक्रॉस ए शेप ऑफ ब्यूटी, ए थिंग ऑफ ब्यूटी दैट मूव्स अवे द पॉल, वो पर्दा मतलब हटा देती है, फाश कर देती है फ्रॉम आवर डार्क सोपरेटस, जो हमारे दिल के अंदर जो मतलब डार्क सोपरेटस बैठे हुए मन के अंदर हम कह सकते हैं, तो जो डार्कनेस है अंदर, वो उसे पर्दा हटा, उस पर रोशनी जाती है. फिर सच द सन, द मून, ट्रीज ओल्ड एंड यंग, ऐसे ही मतलब these are here the natural bounties mentioned now, the sun, the moon, trees old and young. चाहे सूरज है, चाहे चांद है, चाहे दरख्त है, पुरानी है या नए हैं, they are sprouting a shady boon, they are spreading a shady shelter. Boon here means shelter. They are what we say growing, they are developing a shady shelter for what sort of creatures, what sort of beings they are creating this for simple sheep. वो ये सब कर रहे हैं किसके लिए, मतलब जो इनोसेंट शीप है, जो मतलब भेड़ है इस दुनिया में. एंड सच आर डेफोडिलस, और ऐसे ही बात डेफोडिलस की है. यहाँ पर मैं बीच में एक रेफरेंस देना चाहूँगा वर्ड्सवर्थ की. He has written a poem that is titled as Daffodils, and at the end of that very poem he says that when oft in my couch I lie, they flash upon my inward eye, that's the bliss of solitude, and my heart with pleasure fills and dances with daffodils. What sort of appreciation is there of art and beauty? How does Wordsworth appreciate this beauty of these daffodils? He says that my heart fills with pleasure when they flash upon my inward eye, means the inner eye, that is the eye of our spirit, we can say. जो हमारी एक तो हो गई बसारत, दूसरी है बसीरत, जिसको हम कहते हैं जो अंदर की आंख होती है, मन की. ओके डियर स्टूडेंट्स, सच आर डैफोडिल्स विद ग्रीन वर्ल्ड दे लिव इन, ऐसे ही डैफोडिल्स है जो अपनी उस सब्ज दुनिया में यानी फॉरेस्ट्स में हुआ करती हैं, रहती हैं, एग्जिस्ट करती है. एंड क्लियर रिल्स that for themselves a cooling covert make, and such are what we say clear rills, clear streams, rivulets we can say, and that make a cool covert for them gain as the hot season, when it is what we say extremely hot outside, and these streams make a cooling effect and they cool down the atmosphere around them. The mid-forest break rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, और फॉरेस्ट के दरमियान में, बीच में, मिड फॉरेस्ट ब्रेक, एक प्लांट उगता है जिसका नाम ब्रेक है. एंड इट इज रिच विथ स्प्रिंगलिंग, चमकते हुए मस्क रोज, मतलब फूलों के साथ, यानी इस पे मस्क रोज उगते हैं. एंड इट ब्लूम्स, और ये खिलता है, मतलब खिल उठता है, अपनी जोबन पे होता है. एंड सच टू इज द ग्रैंड्योर ऑफ the domes we have imagined of the mighty dead, और ऐसा ही मान लो आप, यहाँ पर इशारा है उन डोम्स की तरह, उन हम डोम कहते हैं मकबरे को, टॉम्ब को, जो उन मतलब पर्सनालिटीज़ की मतलब लिए बनाए गए हैं, who have done something great and who have written their names due to their good deeds, virtuous deeds on the pages of history. What we say, we can say precisely, who have created a history by doing such sort of deeds. And when we look towards them, they are actually have what we say, they have the grandeur, they have the, उनकी भी एक शान है, उनकी वो है imagined, जिनके मतलब हमने सोचा है, तस्वर किया है. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, जो भी हमने खूबसूरत अच्छी अच्छी मीठी मीठी कहानियाँ सुनी है या पढ़ी है. An endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heaven's brink. But all these mighty dead, the dooms and the tales that we have heard or read, or the mighty dooms were what we say seeing, they are not as beautiful as the natural bounties, the sun, the moon, the trees old and young, and the sheep in the forest and the brake in mid forest, which has musk crows, and all these are surpassing the beauty of the domes or the tales that we read about these personalities whose domes have been created in this world. And what happens from this nature at the end of the poem, the poet says, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heaven's brink. And an immortal drink, endless, that is never ending, endless fountain of immortal drink. Fountain means जिसको हम कहते हैं फवारा ऑफ इमोर्टल ड्रिंक, हम कह सकते हैं कि आब हयात. इस आब हयात का एक फवारा हम पे फूट पड़ता है, बरस पड़ता है. पोर मीन्स ऊपर से आ जाना. एंड किन के ऊपर? हमारे ऊपर, हमारे दिलों के ऊपर. फ्रॉम द हेवनस ब्रिंक मीन्स हेवनस सोर्स, हेवनस सोर्स, दैट इज एक्चुअली हेवनस कॉर्नर, हेवनस एज. तो ये सब, ऑल दिस इज व्हाट वी से द इवेल्युएशन एंड एप्रिसिएशन ऑफ नेचुरल ब्यूटी एंड नेचुरल आर्ट. वी कैन talk about Keats's one more poem, that is Ode on a Grecian Urn, where he says, "Thou unravishing bride." My dear students, when you have the time, you Google search that poem and you read, you appreciate what sort of what to say enthusiasm and zeal lies there. How Keats appreciates the beauty and art of sculpture in medieval ages. Okay, so my dear students, the theme of this poem is in totality, in entirety, it is what we say the comparison of natural beauty with that of worldly materialistic possession and the wealth that is prevailing. जो कुछ भी इस दुनिया में है, जो दौलत की बुनियाद पे मतलब बनाया जाता है, वो सब बिल्कुल बेमाने है, जो कि हमारे पास नेचुरल सोर्सेज ऑफ जॉय एंड ब्यूटी है. यानी इफ़ वी हैव ए थिंग ऑफ ब्यूटी दैट इज इक्वल टू the property and materialistic possession worth crores, we can say. इसका मुकाबला यहाँ पर किया जाता है, कंपैरिजन किया जाता है in a very very metaphoric manner. A thing of beauty has what we say so much value, it is too valued for us that any type of materialistic possession, worldly possession can't give us such type of joy as a natural thing, and especially a thing of beauty that is a joy forever. वो हमें हमेशा के लिए खुश रख देती है, मतलब जॉय देती है, प्लेजर देती है. जबकि दुनिया की कोई भी चीज़, कोई भी दौलत, कोई भी धन, कोई भी मतलब बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन वगैरह, ये ज़्यादा देर तक हमें खुश नहीं रख सकती है. बट ए नेचुरल ब्यूटीफुल थिंग कैन कीप अस हैप्पी फॉर एवर एंड एवर. वी शुड नेवर लूज इट. Okay, dear students, I hope you would have understood it, and in the next video lecture I shall inshallah discuss the poetic devices and other themes and issues discussed in this poem. Okay, till then, goodbye.